to this segment of Loving Life. I'm Charlie Silva, board-certified hypnotist and certified professional life coach. I've helped many people take back control of their life and achieve their goals by asking the following question. Loving life, are you loving yours? If so, wonderful. If not, why not? If there's something that is stopping you from loving your life, what is it? And let's find ways to overcome it. If you missed any previous segments of Loving Life, you can watch them online at the MTN18 website, mtn18.com. Now, I recently read a great article regarding happiness written by Julie Wilson. The title of the article is Create Your Own Happiness Project and can be found at www.phoenixfocus.com. In the article, Julie interviews Gretchen Rubin. Gretchen is the author of the best-selling book, The Happiness Project. As noted by Julie, best-selling author Gretchen Rubin was a successful attorney with degrees from Yale University and Yale Law School when she began wrestling with the question, what makes you happy? After realizing that her answer was not practicing law, but actually it was writing, she abandoned her thriving legal career to pursue her passion for words. Though her books include biographies on John F. Kennedy and Winston Churchill, she found her true interest when she decided to take a year to explore happiness, an endeavor she chronicled in her #1 New York Times and international bestseller, The Happiness Project, or Why I Spent a Year Trying to Sing in the Morning, Clean My Closets, Fight Right, Read Aristotle, and generally have more fun. Since its publication in 2011, millions of people around the world have been using this book to guide them in their own pursuit of a more blissful life. Now, here are some of Gretchen's most inspiring insights in 4 key areas that can help you embark on a happiness project of your own and answer the question, what makes you happy? With actions instead of just words. The first key area is career, and the happiness challenge is to recognize potential career discontent. How do you know when it's time to make a change in your professional life? Now, Gretchen recognized it by the jealousy she felt when she read about those with her dream job. As she explains, she didn't like to admit it, but when she was working as a lawyer and she read about people in her alumni magazine with cool law jobs, she felt mildly interested. But when she read about people with cool writing jobs, she felt sick with envy. Well, how did she make the switch from lawyer to writer? Well, she set about becoming one of those individuals whose careers she coveted. But how do you get started when you want to make such a drastic change? Well, she worked at entering into the writing culture. She asked herself, who is it and what are they doing? She advises to learn the culture of your true interest and enter into the fray. There may be opportunities there. And that means joining professional associations, informal groups, and online communities of people already doing what you want to be doing. It also means speaking up within your own circle, because you never know where a connection may lead you. Start talking to people about things that interest you as a way to bring your professional dreams to life. Surrounding yourself with what you love can help attract opportunities to actually engage in it. It may sound kind of magical, but she says this actually happens to a lot of people she knows. You see, beyond offering contacts and ideas, other people can support you and help you stay on track when you're pursuing a new career, or any goal for that matter. She notes that if you're trying to make a big change, it can be really helpful to have an accountability partner or be in an accountability group. Gretchen herself has 2 accountability partners. They help her get clarity on what she's thinking about and help her stick to whatever it is she says she's going to do. Now, the second key area is relationships, and the happiness challenge there is to connect with others. She explains that as children, we're surrounded by opportunities to make friends, from the classroom and the schoolyard to soccer teams and the church choir. It just comes naturally. As adults, though, we may be hard-pressed to meet people with whom we connect. A major happiness challenge for adults can be experiencing true, lasting friendship. This can be due to the fact that many people move away from their hometowns or where they went to school, creating a scenario where they are newcomers and all alone. And even if you do have a social network where you live, adult responsibilities, such as work, school, and family, may leave little room for anything else. Connecting with other people takes effort, but Gretchen believes it's worth the time and effort. As she notes, anytime we're thinking about spending our time, energy, or money, things related to relationships are probably a good choice. Whether it's going to a party or a reunion, joining a book group, or talking to a neighbor, those efforts to connect with other people can really pay off for happiness. Whether you're looking to meet new people or trying to keep up with your old friends, an easy way is to join a group. It can be anything that's fun for you, from the standard book clubs and Bible study groups to gatherings around more unique interests, such as classic movies or golden retriever training. These types of organized groups provide a ready-made social network. She says that it sounds funny to talk about efficiency in friendship, but seeing a lot of people at once enables you to maintain a lot of relationships at once. One more way to add to your social circle is to tap into people you already know. Friends of your friends are more likely to be your friends. Even if you move to a new city, your old roommate's childhood friend who also lives there is likely to welcome you into her fold because of your common connection and the innate trust that brings. Now, the third key area is your physical self. And the happiness challenge here is to take control of your environment. She explains that our physical experience always influences our emotional experience. In her opinion, this is as true of the body as it is of where we work in our home. So, sleep and exercise deprived individuals living and laboring in cluttered surroundings are unintentionally sabotaging their chances at happiness. When you feel run down, it can be hard to muster enough energy to get through the day, let alone tackle a grueling new lifestyle regimen or wrestle with your overrun home and office. But Gretchen contends that this is exactly what we need to do to get our happiness in order. You see, when it comes to taking care of yourself, exercise helps you in two ways. It calms you down and it energizes you. She notes that you don't need to be a triathlete or a Zumba fanatic to reap the benefits. Just a little bit is so much better than no exercise. It can simply be a 15-minute walk. You don't have to do a spin class. And while a well-kept body benefits you emotionally, so does an orderly home and work environment. She says that there's something about outer order that contributes to inner calm and inner energy. That means decluttered closets, basements, offices, and refrigerators are more than just aesthetically pleasing. Over and over, people tell her that getting control of the stuff in their lives frees them in some way. And the last key area is simply having fun. And the happiness challenge here is to simply having more of it. As adults, recreation can take a back seat to duty and responsibility. But when you view everything on your to-do list as an obligation, you end up shortchanging your chances of fun and happiness. She says you should be able to look at your calendar and anticipate something that brings you pleasure. If you feel like you're doing something for other people all the time, it's easy to start feeling resentful. Well, a great way to introduce more amusement into your life is to, counterintuitively, schedule it. She explains that fun feels like it should be spontaneous and easy, but it can take discipline. It may seem natural to think leisure is what you do when everything is done, but it may be a challenge to actually get to it. You have to really say, I'm going to set aside this time to have fun. Some people, though, are so mired down in commitment that they can't even recollect what activities bring them pleasure. It can be very easy to forget how much you love something. So if you're struggling with thinking about what actually makes you feel as if you're having fun, Gretchen suggests thinking about what you did for fun when you were 10 years old. Maybe you liked baking, walking the dog, or digging in the garden. For her part, as a young girl, she enjoyed coming home from school and creating books with her favorite quotations and images, a labor of love that is echoed today in her work as a writer. Whatever the activity is, find it and do it. She says that it will be totally worth it, and your life will be so much richer for it. And Julie concludes her article about Gretchen by noting that whether you're working on getting more bliss from your career, your relationships, your physical surroundings, or your free time, Go forth and take charge of your own happiness for your own good and the good of those around you. She notes that most people feel like it's selfish to worry about their own happiness, but studies show that people who are happy live longer and are more altruistic. In effect, the world becomes a better place, one happy person at a time. There's nothing selfish about that. So come on, get happy. Be sure to check my website for upcoming Take Back Control of Your Life workshops. The workshops are free of charge. If you have goals you'd like to achieve but have been unable to do so, attending one of my workshops may be all you need to take back control of your life. Well, I'm sure I've given you some things, positive things, to think about. Send any questions or comments you have to me at charlie@mtn18.com, and I'll answer them in future segments of Loving Life. I'm Charlie Silva, and I'm asking you, loving life, are you loving yours? If so, wonderful. If not, why not? If there's something that is stopping you from loving your life, what is it? And let's find ways to overcome it. Always remember that you are awesome. Have a wonderful day filled with love and gratitude.